Welcome to the show. Vice President Kamala Harris has selected her vice presidential running mate for the 2024 presidential campaign. It is Governor from Minnesota, Tim Walz. And this is an excellent, excellent choice. It was reportedly down to Josh Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, and Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, over the last few days. We heard from Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona, believed to be one of the top choices a couple days ago, that he will be staying to do the work in Arizona. There were back and forths and speculation, including the fact that Kamala Harris will be holding an event tonight in Philadelphia, sort of pointing to Josh Shapiro. But no, it is indeed Tim Walz. And I think that this is an excellent, excellent choice for a number of reasons. First of all, he's done a good job in Minnesota, one of the top states in terms of protecting the environment and fiscal stability. Minnesota ranks well in education and infrastructure. But does that even matter in the sense that this race is really a referendum on being able to engage not only with voters in a way that's appealing, but also to engage with a lunatic opposition at the end of the day? And that's one of the things that Tim Walz can really do well. Remember, this is from a couple of weeks ago on Fox News, Tim Walz appearing after Joe Biden decided he would not seek re-election and really annoying Fox News hosts Bill Hemmer and Dana Perino when he called them out for their BS live on air. This is what he can do. And you may recall, if you go back to, I believe it was July 26th that we last looked at this clip, I said this is exactly what makes this guy potentially a good candidate. Let's remind ourselves.
There is a certain irony to saying that Donald Trump is bad for democracy, when it looks pretty obvious that the Democratic Party leapfrogged the entire democratic system, and they did it in about 24 hours publicly.
Look, the process has always been there. I welcome, if Sean or anybody wants to become a DNC delegate, you're welcome to. But what I know is Democrats are ready to move when the situation warrants it. Look, it doesn't matter convictions. It doesn't matter failed policies. Republican Party stuck with Donald Trump. He's yours. You've got him. Welcome to it. Democratic Party can make our decisions. We pick our nominee. Look, if you don't like it, don't vote for it in November. But I think the American public are going to see they knew that this administration was delivering. We knew that as far as economic numbers placed against global numbers, America's in a far better shape. And we also know that a foreign policy that respects our alliances, not cozying up to dictators like Putin and Orban, is not the way to go.
How about this one, Governor?
J.D. Vance, mind your own business is what I would tell them. We'll manage it.
I think he would do very, very well in a debate against J.D. Vance, if they even do it, because the one that Trump and Vance and MAGA are now pulling is these are not even democratically selected nominees. And therefore, why would we debate them? Of course, if they believe debates would help them win, they would do it, and they're terrified that they won't. Now, as far as Minnesota versus Pennsylvania, Arizona, or some other part of the country, it's generally considered, and, in this environment, anytime you say general, conventional wisdom, this is an N of one that we're dealing with. But it's generally considered that running mates don't help you win states. Certainly, at least as a possibility, Tim Walz in an area where winning Michigan and Wisconsin, which neighbor Minnesota, would be very useful to Kamala Harris's path to 270 electoral votes. It's not a terrible idea, even if historically it doesn't help you win. And what I love about Tim Walz is he embodies so much, identity aside, right? I get that some people are kind of like, oh man, he's even bald. It's the bald middle-aged white guy. Well, but hold on a second. Former teacher, when they attack him as far left, what they're talking about is providing all school children with food, 12 weeks paid family and medical leave, legal cannabis, expanding the child tax credit, going in the direction of making college more affordable. I mean, they will always say far, far left. If you really look at Tim Walz's placement on the political spectrum, you will see that he is obviously a left of center guy, but by no means extreme. And what they're probably going to come up with is not only far left, but they're going to bring up this 1995 DUI arrest that Walz had, driving under the influence, and it will become a focus of the attacks. They will likely argue he misled the public about the circumstances. He can't be trusted because 29 years ago this happened. That's probably all they will have. And whether it lands sort of remains to be seen. But a good selection. Kamala Harris will rally tonight in Philadelphia with her new vice presidential running mate, and we will have more time to talk about him in shows forthcoming. You watch YouTube, you listen to podcasts, you've heard a ton of ads for VPNs, but all VPNs are pretty much the same except for one. Our sponsor, Private Internet Access, is the only VPN that can confirm your internet activity is not being logged. Their software is fully open source, so you can see that traffic isn't being logged. Their systems are also independently audited by the Big Four accounting firm Deloitte to confirm nothing is being logged, and they've demonstrated multiple times in court they have no record of user activity. Everyone should use a VPN when they connect to the internet. Hides your IP address so governments and big tech can't track you, and you can access Netflix and Hulu content not normally available in your home country. Private Internet Access has servers in 91 different countries and all 50 U.S. states. You can protect all of your devices with just a single account, and Private Internet Access is giving my audience 83% off. Comes out to just $203 a month plus 4 extra months for free. Go to piavpn.com/Pacman. The link is down below.